On the back of the bus, just like everywhere else, we're going to go top to bottom, left to right, starting with our clearance lights. The lights are all secure, they're not cracked, damaged, or missing, and they're the right color, and they work. My 8-way lights, my reds and my ambers are all secured to the bus. They're all the right color, they're not cracked, damaged, or missing. My reds are currently working. I can go in and shut the door and hit the start button to show you that my ambers also work, and I can do that if you'd like me to. They'll probably say no, but we're going to offer it. My school bus and my emergency exit decals are secured to the bus. They're not cracked, damaged, or missing, and completely legible. All of the glass on the back of the bus is secure. It's not cracked, damaged, or missing, as well as our seals. Our hazard lights are the right color. They're not cracked, damaged, or missing, and they are secured to the bus. Right now they're in the hazards. I can go in and show you that my turn signals also work if you'd like me to. Those are on a different system. The 4 red lights are my daytime running lights. They're all secured to the bus. They're not cracked, damaged, or missing. They are the right color. I can go in and show you that the brake lights also work by just pushing on the brakes, and then all 4 of these red ones would also light up as brakes. My backup lights are the right color. They're not cracked, damaged, or missing. They're secured to the bus. I can go in and put the bus in reverse and show you that both of the backup lights work. My red decals on the back of the bus are reflectors. They're secure, they're not cracked, damaged, or missing. My tail light or my tag lights are secured to the bus. They're not cracked, damaged, or missing. They're the right color, and they do work. Even though we don't have to have a license, we're owned by the state of Kansas. Our back door, we need to make sure that the hinges are secure to the bus. They're not cracked, damaged, or missing. All the bolts are secure. On the door itself, we're going to make sure that it actually opens, and it's going to lock open, and we want to make sure that it has an audible alarm. And then once that door is open, we're going to look down the belly of the bus and make sure that the floor is secure, that we don't see any bumps or tripping hazards for the kids. And then we want to make sure that the seats are all secured. As far as we can tell, they're all secured to the bottom of the bus. It's going to be hard to hear me, that's why I tell you that now. So we want to make sure it opens and the alarm goes off. And there they are. Push all the way. And you can pull a little bit, don't pull hard because you'll spring it. And it is locked. Looking down the belly, we're checking the floor to make sure there's no tripping hazards and it's flat. And that the seats, as far as we can tell, the seats are all secured to the floor. And we're going to push again to release the locking mechanism. And make sure that it closes tight. Okay? Working our way down the bus. My bumper and my tow hooks are all secure. They're not cracked, damaged, or missing. Underneath the bus, we want to make sure that we don't see any hoses or wires hanging under the bus, just like we did on the front. We don't see any leaks underneath the bus. We're going to check and make sure that the bus is not leaning to one side or the other. And we're also going to check the rear differential between the duals on the back side of the duals. It needs to be secured to the bus. It can't be cracked, damaged, or missing. It's not leaking. All the nuts and bolts are in place. Well, the drive shaft and the exhaust you can't really see because of the differential, but if you haven't had a chance to talk about it anywhere else on the bus, this is a great place to pick it up. So the drive shaft and the exhaust are both secured to the bus. They're not cracked, damaged, or missing. The hangers for those are secure. They're not cracked, damaged, or missing. All the nuts and bolts are in place. They're nice and straight, and our exhaust doesn't have any soot trails. We can also see the frame and the cross members of the bus by looking up underneath. We want to make sure they're secure, they're not cracked, damaged, or missing. All the nuts and bolts are in place, and those are nice and straight. You can see the fuel tank underneath from the back. It's secured to the bus, it's not cracked, damaged, or missing. The straps that hold that on are also secure, they're not cracked, damaged, or missing. All the bolts, nuts and bolts are secure. You can also see between the dual wheels from back here, so you get a really good visual of whether or not those rear duals are rubbing or not, like we talked about. You can see the hub spacer between those duals also. Make sure that's spaced evenly. Make sure that there's nothing in between the duals. You should be able to see light through those duals. And you can also see both mud flaps and make sure they're still secure, that they are secure, that they are not cracked, damaged, or missing. And then we'll move around to the side of the bus.